If you want both men and women to enjoy harmonious and happy intimacy, many people think that men need to work hard not only to have plenty of energy, but also to master all kinds of techniques. But did you know, women can also cultivate their own special skills? For example, secretly unleashing your power during the most intense moments of a passionate encounter, giving him a fatal blow. Today, let's talk about what it feels like when a woman uses her superpower. Let's hear from some friends about their experiences. Xiao Li, a 26-year-old programmer, said, "Before, things between the two of us weren't very harmonious. We'd be going at it, and somehow I'd just lose the feeling. Ever since my girlfriend learned this clenching technique, we've become more and more in sync. Now, just seeing her little brother stand up makes me feel especially fulfilled. It's almost too much to handle. Every time I'm giving it my all, she clamps her legs tight and my hips can't even move. For guys, it's an indescribable kind of pleasure. So I won't describe it any further mainly, because I'm afraid you'll get jealous." John, a 30-year-old real estate consultant, says that when his little brother comes out, it's like opening a bottle of red wine. The cork pops open in an instant, with a crisp pop sound. Guys really need to learn how to last longer. Otherwise, if you surrender after just a little teasing, it's pretty embarrassing. Xiao Wang, who's about to get married, laughs and says she squeezes tight in the front, and then in the back she has to open up as much as possible. There's no other way. It's a professional requirement for dancers. She can do both side splits and front splits with ease, and honestly, it feels great. With just a little movement, you'll realize she's like a little electric motor on squeeze, and I feel like I'm in heaven. Coach Ling from the gym says, "It feels like someone is gripping your lifeline tightly, giving you a strong sense of security. It makes you want to stay inside and never come out. And every time I finish, I have to check if the condom has slipped off." After holding his breath, he tries hard to contract. "Honestly, squeezing a few times occasionally feels really good every time she squeezes. My mind just goes blank. Sigh, I really can't control it. To be honest, if she keeps squeezing, even the toughest man couldn't take it." Xiao Yu says, if she's in a good mood, she can make him feel even better. And if she's in a bad mood, she can squeeze too, making him finish quickly. "Last night during our wild session, I used this move and squeezed him so much he almost reached his limit." Impressive, right? Hearing about such a tingling sensation, don't you also feel tempted to try and sum up this squeezing move? Every guy who's experienced it thinks having a girlfriend who knows how to squeeze is a real blessing. As for the downside of a girl who can squeeze, there's probably only one. It's just that guys can't handle it. I remember my ex-boyfriend once said he was scared because I was really good at squeezing, but I always thought every girl could do it, just contract a bit, then contract again. So, is this squeezing thing really something every girl can do? And is it really that pleasurable for guys? According to some literary works, only women born with a certain reputation can do it. To that I just want to say, if you don't know how to write about it, just don't otherwise. It's easy to mislead people. Actually, it should be said that every girl can do this because our passage is elastic. For example, when you are sufficiently aroused, the passage relaxes to allow a penis or toy to enter, and then it automatically tightens to wrap around it. This process of relaxing and tightening is a normal physiological response. It's just that for some people, the contraction and grip are very noticeable, while for others, it's not as obvious. Complimenting a girl on being good at squeezing actually has another layer of meaning. It basically means you're tight. So, what exactly is Jia? I believe most of you might find this technique a bit unfamiliar, and at most, you've probably only seen it described in some adult novels. In reality, Jia isn't as mysterious as the rumors make it out to be. It's not what some people think. Jia Dandan refers to women doing pelvic movements during sex. Pelvic movements are what we commonly refer to as Kegel exercises. Originally, it was used to treat postpartum urinary incontinence in women, but later experts discovered that regularly practicing these exercises, especially stopping urination midstream, could also greatly enhance the experience of sexual intercourse. When women apply this ability during sex, it can be quite something. Who could say that's not satisfying? For men, it's truly irresistible and hard to control themselves. As a result, Kegel exercises have also become a method for improving female sexual apathy and enhancing marital intimacy. For some girls, the phenomenon of thigh squeezing often occurs. Some girls can even reach orgasm just by squeezing their thighs together. This is also a form of self-soothing. When squeezing the thighs, the vaginal opening is also tightly pressed, and even a slight friction can stimulate the sensitive little knob. So how does squeezing trigger an orgasm? Because this kind of squeezing is actually the vaginal canal exerting force, but it's not just about tightening. Squeezing here means contracting the muscles around the pelvis. What does that feel like? Well, imagine you're urinating. It's the sensation of stopping your urine midstream. That's what tightening your pelvic floor muscles feels like. Now imagine letting the urine flow again. That's the feeling of relaxing your pelvic floor. It's the same principle as when you squeeze during intercourse. Normally, you can practice this while lying on your bed. You can exercise on your own by tightening your pelvic floor muscles, holding for 5 seconds, then relaxing for 5 seconds. Do 10 repetitions per set and perform 3 to 5 sets a day, adjusting according to your own situation. You can also use Kegel balls to assist with the exercises, and you can even take this ability to contract and relax at will and use it with your partner. You can use it when he's tired and not in the mood, or when you want to give him a little punishment. Choose A. Choose the most intimate position so that while he's surprised, he also can't resist at all. But here, I also need to mention a special situation. If you feel extremely tight, to the point where penetration is difficult, that's actually not a good thing. This could be a mild form of vaginismus, where during intimacy, the muscles of the vaginal wall suddenly and involuntarily contract or tense up, or even the entire pelvic floor muscles go into spasm. Women may feel a burning sensation and pain. For women like this, Kegel exercises are not suitable. Instead, you should find ways to relax the pelvic floor muscles. As for men, they can help by providing psychological support, increasing foreplay, and using desensitization exercises to reduce any discomfort women may feel during intercourse. When it comes to sex, men are naturally more proactive, and even a small gesture from a woman can trigger their desire to conquer. Women, on the other hand, tend to be more shy and passive, simply enduring the experience. In the short term, this dynamic is just part of your emotions and little moods. But if sex is always one-sided, with only the man taking the initiative, it can dampen his enthusiasm and make the woman feel repressed. Over time, this can cause intimacy in the relationship to drop to a freezing point. We women also need to take the initiative and release our own sexual energy. You only know once you try being proactive, and not being proactive are two completely different experiences. It's not about pleasing someone else, but about pleasing ourselves.